Welcome to season number 7 of the White Knuckle Web Show. This season, like all others, begins right where we left off on the last one.
Shed season, baby. And I'm out here looking for one buck. The old DL buck. He, I think, shed.
The story of a buck named DL started 3 years ago when Todd found his 3-year-old sheds laying together late in the season. He had encounters with DL at 4, but then, as a 5-year-old, DL disappeared. This year, however, he was 6 years old, and Todd spent most of his season chasing him.
I'm walking through one of my favorite spots now. Cool little bedding area, staging area, and just awesomely thick. I've always wanted to find sheds in here. I've only found one over the years. It was from a big buck named Crockett, but the antler was nothing. But this is where I've already covered one area looking for DL. Haven't found nothing. Decent sign, good deer sign. I know where the deer are feeding and primarily bedding, so kind of hitting the open stuff that might get hit by other guys, if by chance or whatever. So I'm just gonna grid through here, cover it 90%, 80-90%, and then I'll come in here and really shed hunt it hard another few weeks when more antlers are most likely to have fallen. But I'm in the right spot. Starting to get frustrated. Put all this work and time into these food plots and keep getting food, leaving food on the fields. Have trail camera pictures of this stupid deer every day. Every day. And all of a sudden, he just disappears in the last week. So I assumed he shed, but I have covered most of the stuff where I figured he'd be, and I can't find the dang antler. Go figure. That's one we'll be going after this spring. Continue my search today for DL. I've been kind of going into where his core area is systematically and just trying to kind of eliminate spots. Been checking various cameras throughout the process here, and I've just not been finding. I've not gotten any pictures of him recently. So I just have a sneaking suspicion he's shed, and this is a pretty killer looking spot right here. First shed of the year, man. Oh, I'm out taking a wheeler ride, and sweetness, laying right down here on the main trail, right below the house. Actually, you can see the house up there someplace. So I've got one on the board. Thankfully, I just was decided to take a little wheeler ride. It is absolutely gorgeous out today. It's probably 70 degrees, 65 degrees, and I just was anxious to try to see if I could find something, But deer starting to shed. A little early yet, so I'm not getting into my good stuff. I'm gonna wait. But I just wanted to go out and enjoy this beautiful day. And now I got one. I am so excited, man. It's about to start raining in southeast Iowa. But I wanted to come out and look for DL sheds. I'm in a new area today. Been waiting for the right conditions, the right time to look for him. And I'm gonna probably blow a bunch of deer out here, but I don't care. This is a bedding area he was utilizing most of the late season, but he either moved or shed early. I'm hoping to God he just shed early, but the spot I'm in is just adjacent. Not all the bucks have shed, but it's getting to the point where I've got to walk in. Today was absolutely ideal. It's overcast, it's supposed to rain. I don't mind a little bit of rain, hopefully it's a light rain. But I am now in looking for DL in some really killer area. And hopefully find some sheds today, but this is the perfect lighting conditions. I mean, just look at this awesomeness. So I'm praying I can get a crack at DL here. I'm walking. Beautiful day, cloudy. We got a storm coming in. We're actually supposed to get snow. And it was like 75 degrees this week. I mean, but it's cool. Very cool. I dig it. I'm actually gonna cut through over here on my way out, and then I'll cut back. I always like to walk different trails and plan for my exit. So I'm walking fresh, something fresh and cool. This I've always liked this area. But I'm gonna hit a couple spots today. Hopefully find potentially Walter Payton. He is a monster, huge typical, or DL or anything. So far nothing, but the conditions are perfect. I'm coming up right here. This is one of those features I built in this timber last year. Remember me doing my TSI or hinge cutting, whatever you want to call it. But so the whole goal was to create these little spots, and now I get to come back in here and see what kind of deer site is in here, and then each year I'm going to be tweaking these later this spring. So we're going to walk and look for sheds today, and hopefully we find something. There's some good bedding area back in here where I found a bunch of tons of sheds, some of the big ones over the years. So I hope we find some. It's been a really slow year for shed hunting so far. The weather's just been really calm. So of course the day we're going to shed hunt, it's like 20 below zero. I'm frozen right now. It's like 30 degrees or something, or a little. It's in the 20s, man. It's cold. I'm more of like a.
It's like 31.
All right. Well, it's still technically below freezing, but no. So I'm just excited to be outside. I've been working really hard all week, getting ready for the Iowa Deer Classic. We got the van loaded up. I'm gonna be heading out tomorrow morning. So today we're gonna try to get a couple hardcore shed hunts in between work and my phone ringing nonstop. So
Right.
But the worst case scenario is we just don't even care, because we're gonna find giant sheds.
If you come from Wisconsin like I do, just getting to walk this kind of terrain and know the caliber of deer that are walking around out here, it's just exciting to be in the timber. There's so much sign everywhere, and a lot of it's big sign.
Well, finally, after all this time walking, we finally found one. I found an old one, I think, right up here.
I see it. I see it.
Nice. Oh, that's a nice little shed, all chewed up. I bet it was carried here by coyotes at one point. I swear I've walked through here 50 times, but God, it's amazing we haven't found any more sheds today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
We've covered some unbelievable territory, and I don't think anybody else has been in here. They're not supposed to be anyway. So,
Dude, where is it? Are you jacking with me?
dude, no, come on. I just found a giant side. I was waiting for Jason. I'm like, where is he? And I look down and there's a giant. So I haven't gone to look at it yet.
Okay, I still don't see it.
Okay, just wait. Okay, maybe it's not quite as giant as I thought it was, but it's pretty good.
Holy crap.
Nice, man. Dude, I thought it was way bigger. For some reason, I looked at it and it would just look monstrous, but dude, I'll take it. It's been laying here for a while too. Yeah, maybe not. It's pretty red, bloody. We finally found one, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, I totally thought it was like 150, 160 inch side, but hey, dude.
All right, let's find the other side.
Good one. I found a nice one right here. Right over here. Found a nice one. Found a nice one, buddy.
Oh my. I see it.
Oh, yeah. Matched it up. Look at that. Same deer. Oh, is that cool? God, there is nothing like that look on the when they're laying on the ground. 100 yards away, I bet. kidding. 2 matches. The only 2 fresh sheds I found have been 1 match each set, so I guess I'm covering it. What a day. Holy moly. That's a nice side right there. Another 4 side laying right out in the middle of this plot. Shed season's on, baby. That's 4 for me today. Unbelievable. I'm gonna go hopefully try to match this one up too. It's not too much of a shed rally, but dude, that's pretty good.
Right.
I've had a lot worse days this year, so.
I have not.
No? You've done better than this?
No.
Oh, I
don't know. This has been great. Just to walk has been great. The terrain's awesome. This is great. No.
Crazy weather today.
Great day.
Woo! Yeah, we've seen it all. Different kinds of weather. Seen a lot of terrain. Walked along. I bet you we walked.
A lot of cool stuff.
6 miles. I bet 6, 7 miles. So.
Good start.
Hey, it gets me motivated to keep walking.
Thanks for watching the White Knuckle Web Show. Next week, Todd's gonna find his largest shed ever, and you don't want to miss this one.
It's the biggest shed I've ever found.
And just one more thing. If you haven't already listened to our podcast, you can find it just about anywhere a podcast is hosted. Jason and Todd have assembled some great shows already and are going to have some awesome guests coming up. The easiest way to find us is to go to our YouTube page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and anytime we post anything new, whether it's a web show or a podcast, you'll get a notice. Thanks for watching the White Knuckle Web Show. I'm in my clover plot, and last year I put one of the other wireless cameras that I've used down here and had a ton of issues getting service. That's when I used a different service provider. Now that our new sponsor, Spartan Camera, has a partnership with US Cellular, I'm going to be anxious to see here what it looks like in terms of the service as I set it up down here. So I'm going to throw this stick and pick. Believe it or not, I can push it right through the ground in the middle of February. Screw it in. I put one on the 8 megapixels. I'm putting this one on the 5. I got to be honest, I haven't read enough about how it decides what it sends, if it really is going to send me an 8 or a 5 or a 3. Whatever the case, I can promise you, if you've had a wireless camera before, this will be a better picture. If it isn't, call me, I'll buy your camera. Because this is by far the best picture that I've ever gotten out of a wireless camera. It has so much more functionality than what I've used in the past. So Spartan Camera's really done a good job of making that functionality really functional, which probably sounds silly, but a lot of trail cameras say that you can go in and change settings, and although that may be true, there's very few settings that really change from my experience that are of a ton of value. It's valuable for me to go in and shut off the camera if I want to, especially in the summer. It's valuable for me to go in and monitor what's in that field right now, click, etc. And it has the functionality of all that. I'm super pumped about it, as you can tell. I just love the trail camera game. It kind of keeps you in season, out of season. And the ability to stick this in an area that I don't want to disturb, it's perfect. The other thing that I just thought of that's going to be awesome is I always have to drive 20-30 minutes to check if this clover needs to be mowed. Last year I mowed it 5 times because we had so much rain, and I came over here a couple times thinking it was going to be tall enough to mow, and it wasn't. It needed just one more week. With this, I'll be able to tell. Not that that's a huge deal, but it's just one more added benefit of having something that's reliable, and that's what I've seen so far, is the reliability out of these cameras. Again, just at home, but we'll see once we get a chance to let it take some pictures over the next couple days, and we'll see what's happening out.